not need one. One rock.
521.
Start me a card for a parking problem.
And 4 in your 23.
Yes, that's 4. I'll get a 28 from one truck.
This traffic stop on Mr. Bryson Potts was performed because the vehicle registered as stolen on the officer's MDT system. The driver refused to identify, comply, give any information, and kept the window rolled up, yelling at the officer.
Refusing to step out the vehicle and show license. Refusing to give me everything. He's not stepping out the vehicle or nothing.
Copy. Once we have one more unit up here, we'll take care of it.
The active supervisor, Sergeant Lupo, at this time decided that the best option would be to use the third responding Crown Vic to block the vehicle's escape. This way, hopefully officers could get the mail out without running and causing danger to the public.
Crown Vic, pull in front and block that vehicle off.
As the Crown Victoria approached to box the vehicle in, the driver took off, hitting the Crown Vic and taking out an electrical box.
This guy's now under arrest. Move, Crown Vic, I'll take primary. Look out. On your left.
Ford Lincoln 78, currently in a 1080, secondary 10 call outs.
10-4. He's making a left down North El Rancho Boulevard. Getting a left west Mirror Drive. The suspect's going left down West Elgin Avenue. Made a right on Spanish Avenue, westbound. Headed left down Power Street.
Unbeknownst to officers, the suspect was driving at high rates of speed towards a scene where LS Fire and Rescue were working on an injured individual.
He just ran somebody over. He just ran somebody over.
As displayed in this slowed down video and the still images, the subject goes underneath Mr. Potts' vehicle as he runs him over. At this point, Mr. Potts has now elevated his threat to be a serious concern to public safety and to the lives of citizens around him.
He just ran somebody over. He just ran somebody over.
10-4.
Only to elevate this threat moments later. Mr. Potts would then sideswipe and run over an LS sanitations worker as he is doing his job. Mr. Potts has now ran over 2 civilians and almost hit another.
He just ran another person over. I'm stopping this pursuit.
Once again, as shown in this slowed down video, you can see Mr. Potts sideswipe a garbage truck and take out the sanitation worker. This elevates Mr. Potts to an extreme threat level, prompting Sergeant Lupo to immediately attempt to initiate a pit maneuver. While moving in to attempt a pit maneuver to terminate an extremely dangerous subject's pursuit, Mr. Potts slams on the brakes and tries to turn around the right side of Sergeant Lupo's Charger. Recognizing this, Sergeant Lupo makes a dangerous maneuver, swerving to the right and ramming the side of Mr. Potts' vehicle with the steel slam bar on the front of his cruiser. While this maneuver is dangerous, the elevated circumstances justify the means.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Hold.
Sergeant Lupo deployed lethal force to prevent the suspect from being capable of driving away again, ending the threat to public safety. Mr. Potts still had his foot on the reverse pedal, as you can see by the smoke that was emanating from the tires as he tried to peel away while up against an officer's Crown Vic.
Shots fired, shots fired. Rotating over, rotating over. Break off and go check on that ambulance and the dump truck driver. Do it now, go.
Sergeant Lupo at this time has ordered other officers to go and check on the victims.
Backing up. Hey, check him. Is he dead? Check him.
Out of the 7 shots, 2 of them had struck Mr. Potts, one in the neck and the other one to the front of the skull. These wounds were fatal. Medical attention was attempted, but to no avail.
Ambulance down here.
Following the shooting of Mr. Potts, an investigation was conducted. It found that officers were justified in their lethal use of force to prevent Mr. Potts from escaping again inside of a motor vehicle after he had struck 2 civilians and almost struck a paramedic. These actions done by Mr. Potts displayed the circumstances required for U.S. Supreme Court Plumhoff versus Ricard. Plumhoff versus Ricard, U.S. Supreme Court, states that police officers may use lethal force to prevent a vehicle from fleeing if they have reason to believe that allowing that vehicle to flee is likely to result in death or serious physical injury to officers or members of the public.